you were sharing that whenever I am reading or anyone is reading a book, I should be in the present. Means I feel should feel that the author is talking to me, and same time Sumedha ma'am told us she shared that when you are reading the book, it's okay, you feel what the author is speaking, but what is applicable to me at that time, I should follow that, because when we are reading the book at that time also something goes in my mind, some thought is there, some memories are there. So just connect with that, connecting the dot, that always you tell, connect the dot, connect the dot. So that really I liked. Then I heard from the Dr. Rajkumar Adukia. He was sharing his personal experiences as he's the housing member of the housing committee. Then he's earlier he was the president of the CA Chartered Accountant Council and all that. So by listening to him, as he has expanded his horizon, he's working, but yeah, and he has the habit of learning so many new things. So from that, what I learned that yes, as per my interest, everyone as per their interest. Now Adukia sir also, as he was in the trauma, as he couldn't become the president when he was fighting for the election and all that. So after 2 months, he realized that whatever has gone, gone. So sometimes the our healing takes time also. Some of the it depends person to person. Some you can control the emotion, but in my case also, when I also someone tells me, I take the time. So, but because of this reading session, you people are sharing me. It is really helping me. Ki whether I am in control of my emotion or not, then you always tell be in the conscious awareness, all that thing. Connect yourself consciously, then in the conscious awareness. That also now I'm thinking about my own thought, whether I'm aligned to it or it is helping me or not, or how it is taking me. Means sometime I'm doing on something and some thought comes. So letting go of is very also important. Plus, at that moment, means acting in the now, means what now I will do. Thoughts are coming. What right now I will do. That also you shared. There are so many things. Once again, I will go to the recording at night. I was talking to my family members. My sister-in-law is having a 2-year-old child. His name is Vance. So yesterday I was enjoying the talk, and I forgot to write what I learned that I do now every day. That habit I inculcated, and I started on 5th November, and today
56.
is 16. So I have thought to gift myself when I will continue for 20 days. I will just celebrate this. I will be giving myself a gift, a purse. So now I'm whatever I'm learning and implementing, and then enjoying the small wins that I have decided. If I continue for more days, I will be giving myself a treat. I will be going alone to my restaurant and having the free favorite drinks of mine. So like this, I'm just enjoying the life because of you people. So it's really helping a lot to me.
Wow.
When I'm going through the recording now, I get more means whatever in a flow. Some of the time we are not able to listen, but again listening, because as you say, when you read a book, each and every time our thought changes, isn't it?
Mm.
As a
So true.
person we grow also. In the first time something came, then again going to the next time something else we get. So when I was listening to all of you, I got more words of wisdom.
In fact,
I
when you
joined
listen to it,
earlier so that I could share all these things.
yeah, absolutely. I wait for these moments. And in fact, when you listen to your own recordings, there also you'll find a lot of things which you didn't even notice you said.
Yes, yes.
तो मेरे साथ ऐसा बहुत होता है. So like that's why I listen to my own recordings again and again to discover what I said and I didn't listen.
I will start this one, listening my own recording. Yet I have not implemented this, but some of the famous talks or share that we I have done with you. One of the FELD session that I where I this year only in the month of February or March, when Vasu sir was about to leave the group. At that time, as I have shared my own personal journey, how this book Think and Grow Rich by Seren Lecher, how this book helped me to get my own purpose of life. That video I listened. Then one of the sharing, personal sharing, we had one talk with you when I was having the session of teenagers,
Hmm.
NLP teenagers. That I listened, and with you people I have shared ABCD International. That I share. Soumya has given me the clipping of my own video only. She just did for this small gesture for me. So I these three, four recording I listen when I'm in a low mood
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
because it energizes me listening my voice. Then plus what was my motto, what was my purpose and passion. So I just listen it, and once again I come to the flow.
Good to see you, Mangala ma'am. Good to see
Good
you, Mr.
morning. Yeah.
Good
Rajkumar.
morning. Mom.
How is the
Welcome.
weather at your place?
Awesome. दिख नहीं रहता है क्या सबसे बढ़िया weather है.
Yeah, same here.
Weather is always excellent around me. Wherever I go, weather change. So weather follows me.
Wonderful.
Mangala ma'am, सब कुछ यहाँ पे है.
Yes,
बाहर कुछ नहीं है.
I like the way when you say weather follows you, that means you create happiness.
So I make
To be happy and to create happiness are very different things. Hello, I'm
good
waiting.
to.
I always want to be the first one to read.
How are you finding the book so far, ma'am?
Uh, it is getting more and more. I mean, I feel that initially it did have very simple thoughts put in a very convincing manner. But I think as we are proceeding, the chapters are getting more intense, more deeper, and it makes us reflect. And
Hmm.
of course, the next stage is to really execute it and for it to become a part of our life. I think that is a step ahead for which I have not yet reached that stage.
Okay. How about others? Good to see you, Suvendra ma'am.
Good morning, everybody.
So how are you
And
finding this book?
pardon?
How are you finding this book? Think straight.
Very good, very good. Very nice book. Like the lines are just precise to understand, and not too many things, like going
Your
around.
choice is very good.
We are practicing this book every week from Monday to Friday, Saturday, and we have just started with the first chapter this week. So what we are doing is that we are just reading the chapter in the morning. We are practicing it together, and the next day we are just coming and sharing whatever we did with that chapter that day. And
When are you all doing that?
this from 6:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. Monday to Saturday. This is an initiative by Dr. Rajkumar. तो हमने
Oh,
मतलब मैंने बोल सर आप कर
his,
रहे हैं तो हम भी
his
जुड़ जाते
ideas,
हैं.
and I think he is a person who's a unending box of ideas he has.
So we did this with the other book also, How to Become a People Magnet. We just finished that book last Thursday, Friday. We finished on Friday, and then we picked up Think Straight also. So it's a phenomenal way of actually living the book, like walking with the author. That's what I sometimes say. That जैसे सुबह सुबह आप मैं तो सुबह सुबह मॉर्निंग वॉक में निकल जाता है इस टाइम from 6:30 to 7. So I just listen to the discussion. The discussion actually happens on WhatsApp, so naturally it's only on listening. And my feeling is that I'm just walking with the author. So So when we are discussing about these chapters, so feeling जो होता है उसका phenomenal.
Yes, but you forget that the walking with the author is too big a step for a small person like me. Even if I can walk with Pinaki sir and Rajkumar sir, or even go behind you, so walk behind you, even that would be a great achievement for a person like me. This is what I think.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor. Like even I, this is how I hold the hand of my author when I walk. So I just walk like a child, and so that makes all the difference. So whatever you are saying, ma'am, we are all in the same boat, in the same stage of life.
Not at
Just
all, not at all. I'm just trying to
that it's a
strongly
young
not
child.
bring out, but very strongly bring out that I consider myself as yet a person who needs a lot of progress. So even if I can just walk behind you, not walk with you,
Hmm.
or walk just behind Rajkumar sir, I think that would be a great achievement of my life.
अब दुनिया में तो मैम हर किसी के पीछे
Yes.
पीछे ही चल रहा है.
Rajkumar sir, message is quietly, I'm coming to your place for dinner. आप तो राजस्थान में रहते हैं. See, good morning to all. Rajkumar sir is, has a good sense of humor early morning, I've noticed. आप
Fantastic. Good to
हमको
see you,
बुलाइए
Rekha.
ना.
Good to see you, Rekha. Good
Good,
to see you, Shilpa. Good to see you, Dr. Raj. Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
good morning. Good morning to all of you.
चलो, I'll
Thank
start
you
the
for
Morning,
reading.
this
good morning.
rejuvenating session in the morning and Sunday.
Yeah, so we are just having a quick discussion on how to finding the book so far. That you are actually thinking straight
Yeah.
as the author is suggesting. So how many of you are actually finding it? Just quick 1 minute discussion before we go ahead. Yeah, Shilpa. Good to see you, Alpona. Rekha, if you're speaking, we are not able to hear you.
Okay, you are waiting for me. I was not getting. Yeah, this is a wonderful book. I was listening um, audio summary also few minutes back, and this is really nice to listen. Like some chapters are very wonderful uh, thing. Like last discussion was helped me a lot. Last Sunday discussion, and just a second. Just a second.
Wait, okay, Hardik, how are you finding the book?
Hello,
Yeah, we can hear you.
good morning, sir.
Yes.
Uh, I
Please
not
carry on.
re-
I have some challenge.
I have not read about this book. Only I have see this webinar only.
Okay, good. So start experience and book, start working with the author.
Yes.
This opportunity that we are here for.
Mm.
Great. Shilpa, how are you?
Good morning. Um, I'm I'm doing fine, but I'm very close to you right now.
Oh, wow. Then we are supposed to meet soon.
I'm going further north, so when I am back, we will see each other, hopefully. But guys, I just want to let you know what happened a few days ago. I had this book that we are reading, Think Straight, and I was traveling with on the local trains of Mumbai, and I got the wrong train in the wrong direction. So instead of having a journey of an hour, I had almost 2 hours of journey. And because I didn't know what else to do. So I just kept on reading right from the beginning till the end. It's not a very big book. So I can just tell you it's very, very practical. Uh, and it throws light. I think because we discuss about it, it has uh, it creates more value to what he says.
Absolutely. Great. So who is iPhone? Uh,
Sorry?
there's somebody with a
Um, Hi,
level
Pinaki.
iPhone.
This is Pranavi here. Good morning.
Hi, Pranavi.
Yeah.
Good to see you here with us this morning.
Yeah.
Pranavi, how you find the book? Have you started reading
I'm,
it?
I know the essence of it, ki how the author is telling to have a clear mind with awareness. So it's actually very nice. So I just wanted to dive deep in with you people so that I can, you know, have more
Right.
knowledge of it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Mangala ma'am, over to
Yes,
you. I'm just
yes. I
sharing the
want to
screen.
read. Let's start.
Okay, here we go. Yes, ma'am, over to you.
No, it has not yet come on the screen, so.
Isn't it showing up? Okay, just a sec. Can you see it now?
No, now it has come. Don't trust your mind. Have you ever made a decision that seemed illogical looking back? We are very illogical beings. Every person creates their own social reality. The way you view the world is completely subjective because we all have cognitive biases. The concept of cognitive biases was introduced in 1972 by two psychologists, Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman. A cognitive bias is a systematic thinking error that impacts judgment and therefore our decisions. Our favorite cognitive bias is the attention bias. It's scientific evidence for the idea that your life is a result of your thoughts. The attentional bias states that our perceptions are affected by our thoughts. And naturally, our perceptions determine our actions and decisions, which make up our lives. If you have negative thoughts, you also have a negative perception of life. That's what it says. Our mind might be illogical, but it's also simple at the same time. Take one of the most well known cognitive biases, the confirmation bias. It explains the behavior of confirming our preconceptions. If you believe in something, you will try hard to find information, clues, and signs to back that up. In other words, you do everything to prove you're not wrong. Instead of looking at facts, you look at beliefs. And that's what all cognitive biases do. As of this writing, There are 106 decision-making related cognitive biases known. Oh my God. I've read about most of them, and I've read several books and studies about cognitive biases too. My conclusion is that your mind can't be trusted. Maybe my conclusion is also a cognitive bias. Who knows? When it comes down to this, avoid making decisions based on beliefs, obvious logic, and even science. Scientists are also human beings. That means they have their own cognitive biases. They are notorious for finding evidence for their preconceptions. The solution to making better decisions is not more knowledge. Instead, I've found that a pragmatic and neutral perspective leads to better informed decisions. Unfortunately, there's no such thing as the best decision. If that was the case, we lived in a perfect world full of people who made logical and practical decisions. I like to look at this way. There are only good informed and bad informed decisions. It's very appealing to think we've got it all figured out because we've read a few books or studies. There's just one problem. You still can't trust your judgments, no matter how much knowledge you have. Being aware of that simple thought helps you make better informed decisions. Every time I'm stuck in a thinking pattern, I try to break away by looking at the list of cognitive biases. It's free and easy. Just go to the Wikipedia for a list of cognitive biases. You'll find that most biases seem like common sense. And that's exactly the point. Cognitive biases explain our illogical behavior. Wonderfully written. Is that the end
Wow.
of the chapter? I'm not able to understand.
Yes, that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Good. So let's do some idea storming on this.
Yes, certainly. It's shocking to think that we as educated persons, we have been thinking, do I read this or is it just for
I'm just sharing that this is the page, list of cognitive biases.
Yeah, you see, I'd like to say that all along we have been drilled into our head that we are very logical human beings, and because we can think, so we are human beings. Remember, the great French philosopher Descartes said, I think, so I am. That means because I can think, I'm a human being. And here, this person seems to be just bombarding that and saying that we are illogical. So the two are so contradictory, but at the same time, when you reflect, you realize that every decision which we take is not based on logic. It is based on our thoughts, and our thoughts are not always correct, or sometimes it is based on your belief or your feelings. So we are illogical, and he's bringing this new concept to our mind that, oh, hey, human being, you've been thinking you're very logical, but here you are not logical. Get down to earth and realize that you are your thinking pattern is based on not your thoughts, but your beliefs or your feelings, or just sometimes a momentary thought. Thank you. He's revolutionizing our way of looking at ourselves.
Yeah, wonderful, beautiful. Who would like to add to this? So you really need to be proactive and become a part of this conversation.
This is really wonderful idea, and Mangla ma'am really interpreted it beautifully. That instead of looking at facts, this is very powerful line. You look at beliefs, and we we didn't even think. We don't even think about कि अरे हम we always think कि हम सही सोच रहे हैं kind, but this is actually ruled by our thoughts and beliefs, what we are already having in our mind. It is, we don't see the facts after that belief, after that decision or what. And even scientists here uh, told that scientists are also human beings. This is really wonderful. We always think कि science ने कहा है तो सही कहा है, but that doesn't mean, because that means they have their own cognitive biases na. That logical things can become illogical if we reflect on the things by knowing the facts after that. That is really wonderful. And at the last, he told cognitive biases explain our illogical behavior, not logical, illogical behavior. That is really nice. Thank you so much for bringing this in notice.
It just pulls you down from that pedestal of I am great, I can think, and so I am.
ये जैसे आईना दिखा दिया इस चैप्टर ने ना अपने आप को,
Yeah.
लाइक दैट कि अपने आप को आईने में देखो ध्यान से. It is like that.
Yes.
And there is a list of cognitive biases.
Yeah. It's not, accepting your beliefs. I think he's bringing us down to the level of realization. अरे आप क्या हो? देख लीजिए.
Correct.
I better keep
Yeah.
quiet now. Rajkumar sir is going to give me to back. He always has
We
a very
always,
different line of thoughts.
it is like we always try to prove I am right. I am right. Not trying to see the facts behind it. So,
Yeah, he's shifting you from that
Would
pedestal of
like to
human
add,
being to yes,
just we are supposed to take a break of, like, pause of 2 seconds or 3 seconds to think about if I am right or wrong, for seeing that fact. That is the thing. Just a matter of 2 3 seconds, 1 second. Not कि आप flow में चले जाओ, I am right, I am right, I am great kind thing. This is
Yes,
really.
Dr. Rajkumar.
I would like to say something. Can I?
Okay. Yes, Alpana, go ahead.
हाँ. The thing is, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि cognitive bias ऐसा है कि मेरे बुद्धि जो धारण कर रहा है, मेरा बुद्धि जो समझ रहा है वही सही है और बाकी सब गलत है. लेकिन मेरा बुद्धि किसी और से अलग हो सकता है, डेफिनेटली अलग है, और वो किसी से कम भी हो सकता है, बहुत ज्यादा भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. लेकिन मतलब कुछ भी cognitive biases, I am perceiving things as per my level of perception.
Yes, and you're right about this also.
Thank you.
My level of buddhi kind.
Yeah, exactly. So everything that you think and you share about and you talk about is what you think is right. So that is where, Tarius is suggesting that don't trust your mind. So even whatever you're saying right now about your perceptions, about your insights, even that can be wrong. So always don't trust your mind. Just observe what you're observing. Yes, Dr. Rajkumar.
I was seeing Google, it is given 9 types of cognitive biases. And I think what I understand from this chapter is we should be always open. We should be, when we are very positive, when we are bullish, when we are happy, then this will happen. Taking things as they are and asking questions, like one of the, in Mark Reclave, we don't make assumptions, for agreement. And even in Mark Reclave, don't make assumptions. So when we ask questions, I think the correct information will come. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Anybody wants to add to this?
Myself. Ask question to myself, my inner self, right?
Yeah, see, अगर हम NLP की बात करें तो it's all about asking self only. Even though we think that we are asking somebody else, but that actually we ask ourselves only. So, for my own clarity, I ask.
Hmm. The first jerk that he's giving you is the title of the chapter itself.
Yeah,
The
very
first jerk is there. I mean, what is he going to talk of? That you understand. It's like the pilot car is coming, Prime Minister पीछे से आ रहे हैं. So something dreadful is going to come, and be prepared for it. That's what you get when you read the title of the of the page of the chapter.
mm, beautiful. All right. Anybody else to
Ask,
add to this?
ask questions not to self. Ask question if we are having cognitive bias about something, about some person. So ask question to that person.
Okay.
It will depend on what is the bias, because it self has already formed a view. So it is not asking question to self. This is my understanding.
Okay. This is altogether a different view. Rajkumar sir, your gray cells are very different, sir. We have
Thank
very
you.
common sense.
Yes,
So you come up with wonderful and different dimension. There's a fifth dimension to your thinking, not four
yes,
dimension.
Hardik, you want
Sir,
to add something to this?
yes, sir. I wanted to. I agree with Rajkumar, sir. Sometime I believe that other person intention is like I think, but when ask him, I get what is his correct intention.
Good, good.
One
Yes,
more
Sumita.
thing, our communication is also affected by these cognitive biases. That is very important. We need to think about it.
Yes, Sumita, ma'am, you wanted to add something?
I just wanted to ask, is it true that all the time we should not trust our mind? That's my
Well,
question.
probably that is not the suggestion. The suggestion is that, as I said, that observe what you're observing.
Then this question, don't trust your mind. It is creating a doubt.
Even that could be a cognitive bias also. That could be an outcome of cognitive bias also.
It all depends on the situations, na? At that time, what is going in our mind and situation कैसी है.
Bilkul, ma'am.
So
Yes, Pranam.
here I'd like to just put in a word. Is he trying? I'm talking of man, not as an individual, but man in the larger sense from the time we were there. Is it that our mind is not yet very developed or trained enough to think in a straight manner? So he's telling us, think straight. See what you are.
Yeah.
See, you are not what you have thought yourself to be. So you, not as an individual, but as a peg in the whole mankind. Is that the line of thought that he has?
Well, probably what he's talking about is that, see, you are talking based on your model of the world. आपको दुनिया जैसे दिखता है और आपको दुनिया जैसे लगता है, उसी हिसाब से आप बात कर रहे हो. So
Yes.
that is, it's all about a kind of recheck. एक बार check कर लो जो बोल रहे हो या जो सुन रहे हो, जो interpretation आप बना रहे हो.
Yeah.
Correct.
Uh,
So
it's
he's
just
taking
it's
you
a,
to
it's a
court.
double check.
He's taking you, he's shifting you from life to court. Imagine, judge करो, आप क्या है? We are
May not
moving.
be, may not be, but probably it's all about just a double check. जैसे हम exams देखते हैं, so it's just like
Mm.
review करके एक बार देख लो आपने जो जवाब लिखा, is it actually fitting the question that is been asked? Yes, Pranavi.
I think, Pinaki, like it's something like you need to cleanse yourself first. I mean, at a physical level, like at least some kind of pranayam or some kind of physical fitness routine. So part of the decluttering will happen over there. And then you need to at least meditate for a few minutes, and then later we can ask question to ourselves. So in that way, the frequency of our mind to a certain extent changes, and you will have a little clarity of what you're observing and what is real and unreal. So that's what I felt. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. In fact, this is Alpona's favorite topic. Pause.
Yeah.
And also Sumita's favorite topic. You know, she can talk, she can take a whole session on pause. So, yeah, very true. Apranavi, you are actually hit the
Yes,
bullseye.
yes.
That take a pause
Actually,
and just give it a second thought. Yes, Alpana.
Yeah.
yes, sir. The thing is, what I felt ki what Rajkumar ji said is very correct. Is that first you ask question to yourself कि क्या मैं सही सोच रही हूँ, फिर अगर आपको दूसरे की कोई भी सिचुएशन में सामने वाला कोई आपके है तो उनको भी पूछना जरूरी है कि आप क्या सोचकर इस बात को कहा। हम लोग वो पूछना भूल जाते हैं। मैं उस समय भी अब मैं अपने परसेप्शन के हिसाब से उत्तर देना शुरू कर देती हूँ या बहस करना या कोई डिस्कशन करना शुरू कर देती हूँ। लेकिन
Quite
वो डिस्कशन भी वहां पर होना चाहिए कि सोचना चाहिए कि उनका परसेप्शन किस परसेप्शन से उन्होंने कहा है ये बात, ये भी जानना जरूरी है। थैंक यू सो मच।
yes, yes, Shashikala. Good to see you here. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Pinakiji. Good morning, everyone. So, we were talking about the mind. I was reminded of one quote from Milton, the great poet John Milton. He says, "It is the mind that makes hell out of heaven and heaven out of hell." So, it is
Mm,
all in the mind. Mind matters.
yeah, absolutely. Super. Yes, Sumita, want to add something before we go ahead with the next chapter?
Just an analogy, like for example, if you are sitting in a car and despite of seeing all your mirrors, the front mirrors, the side mirrors, and sometimes you have to come out of the narrow lane, right? So, no matter we have lot of knowledge, lot of informations, but we are stuck in a car. So what we tell to the person who is outside the car, ki please guide me to come outside that lane. So that means that we need sometimes we need the bird's eye view of the third person to understand or to logify our thoughts, and hence we take the guidance of that person to make our car outside that narrow lane. Similarly, in arbitration, the judiciary, they all the lawyers are talking from this oppositions, then the lawyers are talking from this point, then the opposite lawyers are bringing their fact, and the judiciary is just like in what we call what we kangaroo with a long neck. So he is seeing the things from the bird's eye view. So sometimes we become a jackal and we become reactive based on our limited understanding. But when we become a giraffe and have a long neck, and to see the things from the third person point of view, to see the things based on the data and fact, to see the things from the bird's eye view, we get a clear picture. And very, very beautifully said by, I think so, Pranavi, where she is. Yeah, Pranavi. These
Yes.
mindfulness tools where we breathe in and bring the clarity on our thoughts. So sometimes just take 10-second pause, and you just breathe in, breathe out, let the oxygen goes to your brain level, let you get the clarity of your thoughts by being an observer, and then we can take a response. So always purchase the time before you come to any kind of conclusion. That's it.
Phenomenal. Let's go ahead. So, who would like to read?
Yes, can I please go ahead?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Look at facts. I hate assumptions and yet I assume things all the time. When someone doesn't answer any email, I assume they don't care. When someone apologizes, I assume it's not genuine. When I have a headache, I assume I'm ill. I know I'm not practical because assumptions are not facts. If you want to think straight, you discard all assumptions and only look at the facts. William James said it's best in one of his lectures about pragmatism. The pragmatic clings to facts and concreteness, observes truth at its work in particular cases, and generalizes. To make things simple, let's look at two ways of making a decision, one based on facts and the other based on assumptions. Assumptions, in the circle, it is opinions, glitches, imaginations, beliefs, guesses. Facts, research, statistics, Experiments tested. Does your product solve a problem or do you assume it does? Are you able to raise money for your startup or do you assume you will? Will you get a raise or do you assume your boss will give it to you? Is the sale a done deal or do you assume your client will sign? Do people like your art or do you assume they do? I like to avoid assumptions as much as I can. I prefer to look at facts and then draw conclusions. What if you can't rely on facts? Well, sometimes you just can't find facts or you have to make a quick decision. In those very rare cases, I prefer gut feeling. Whatever you do, never waste your thoughts on the other people's ill formed opinions and guesses. Yeah, I mean, the screen is gone.
Yeah. So let's get into the discussion, Pranavi. So you can go ahead with your own
Uh,
assumptions,
yeah, in
challenges.
short,
I'd love to see that page where he's making a comparison between assumptions and facts. Can we get that page? It is,
Yeah, yeah,
I think
sure.
it's very, very reflective. That seems to be the base of all our, not thoughts, but change of thoughts. That was the best thing, he's put it so beautifully.
yeah, according to me, I mean, in short, assumptions are nothing but it's from where you are brought up and in which kind of environment you have been grown up, and due to that, you have certain imaginations, belief systems, and all that. So directly, he's telling that you come out of this assumptions, and the better clear vision or the clarity of thinking would come with the facts. And at times, even the facts may not be true, then it's better you go according to your gut feeling. But almost the three-fourth of the filtration comes out when you don't work on your assumption, and it's better to observe the facts, which are the generalized one, which doesn't depend upon your brought up or your belief system or your creativity or whatever. You just come to a generalized conclusion, and at times even that may also be wrong. Then you can go for the gut feeling. So that's what I understood.
I'd just like to
See,
say one word out here. The title of the book is Think Straight. I wish he had written Think Differently, would have been a more appropriate title, I think.
now if we see that assumptions, whatever points are given, all are based on cognitive biases only, isn't it? See the assumption points, all are cognitive biases, and facts are different.
What
I
I would like to say, I mean, have you finished? Then only I'll say.
Yeah,
Somebody
carry
was
on.
saying, I just felt that assumptions are also depends on our past memories. And sometime it comes at that moment when you think, like the way he said, um, if I have a headache, I assume I'm ill. But sometimes it does happen also. Not all the time, but it does. So many things are depends on our past memories also. It comes at that moment, and then we just think that way. That's all.
Cognitive biases are based on actually are created on the basis of past memories only, majorly. If we see
That's what
that,
my point is.
Cognitive bias is, I think, a reflection of assumptions kind, and assumptions are like a part of human nature. And what I'm thinking, like a word that is gut feeling. I think gut feeling, what is gut feeling? Gut feeling is also a product of cognitive biases. And that is why we need to live a conscious life. Conscious life can help us to come out of this assumptions thing. Otherwise, we always used to, every human being always used to assume about her or himself or the surroundings. So we cannot, I think so, कि assumption से हम बाहर नहीं आ सकते हैं, but if we start to live conscious life, conscious living, then this can help us. Like Somita also said, that mindfulness and the things like cognitive metacognition things, they can help us to think differently or think straight. That is what I got.
Yes, Dr. Rajkumar.
I think this chapter is wonderful. On every area of our life, we can look at facts. Like I feel my income will rise every year 100%. So I have to look at fact. What action am I taking? New actions, or I'm becoming more energetic. Then I have to look at the fact. What is my eating habit, exercise habit, or my relationship is increasing. So I have to look at fact. How I'm dealing with others. So I think this chapter is a wonderful chapter. If we want something, uh, but assumption will not bring the result. So, some people contact me, I want to start this. I know financial Reiki. Yesterday evening, one CA talked to me. So I said, start immediately. If you love that, then leave CA, start that. Now we have to look at the fact. No, I want to cling to the current job. And so this is my understanding on this chapter. Thank you.
Wow. Who would like to add to this?
According to me, even in NLP, we have learned that our mind is like a meaning-making machine. So from that instant, I learned that it's better not to judge anyone because they use their own lenses to take the meaning out of the situation. And even I don't know how, even I can't trust myself because even my mind works to that extent. So it's better to be calm and be observant as much as possible until and unless some emergency comes out, and then you can come to a conclusion kind of thing, because nothing is real. That's what I learned it from that particular concept of mind. It's a meaning making machine. So I somewhere felt that that concept is connected over here as well.
Yeah, so true, so
My
true. But
my takeaway will be from this chapter that don't act on assumptions, be factual, learn to be factual, and I would like to act upon it. I mean, act accordingly from now on. But more. I am trying best, but I'll try more and more of this. My takeaway is that. Thank you.
yes, Shilpa.
So, after reading on that train, I came home and I started doing an exercise, just experimenting. So, when I have a thought, I just write it down, and writing it down slows down my thought process, and which and then I ask myself, where did this thought come from? What's the basis of this thought? And you will not believe, just doing this, and I'm talking about biases, I'm not talking about any other thoughts. It makes so much of a difference. And I again tell you, there is cultural cognitive biases. Yeah, like there was this Delhi blast right now. People say things, and I have decided. So I was with a group of people, and they were all talking about who did it, which religion, this, that, trust, not to trust them, and so it was nice to observe because I now, if I do not have a place to write on a piece of paper, I write it in my mind. As soon as I write, it slows down, and I before acting on it, it gives, like Pranavi said, it just pauses. It brings me in the present moment, and I do not have to react to the other people. I give them space. This is their thing, and I'm just observing their thing. I'm not. It's not being a part of it. And these cultural cognitive biases, which I'm saying cultural because there are so many people I have met who have something against a religion, a religious group, uh, whether it is in India or elsewhere in the world. So just to be aware and not to be swept away with people. So this is my experiment, and it's working. Thank you.
That's a wonderful, interesting angle to this whole conversation. Yes, Pravina.
Mm. It is very well said that when we assume or believe something, we think that we are looking for the facts, but we are only looking for the things which assures our assumption. So it is not like if I believe something, I only look for the things or facts which back that assumption. So we have to verify whatever facts or things we gathered to check that belief is also a fact, or is it assumption or belief. It is very well said in the next chapter, like the blue ball theory. If the blue and red ball are passing, and if you are looking for blue or ball only, then you obviously miss the red ball. So it is like that. If you are thinking in a certain way, and if you are looking for the things, then you can then you only observe the things which are back your belief or assumption, and you miss the other things. So you must be very you should be very aware and very aware and observant while looking facts also, because you have wear some lenses and you are looking from that lenses only. This is my takeaway from these two chapters.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Like if we connect it with NLP, then we have this concept called communication model of the mind. And that communication model says that most of the information we just delete, and whatever we filter out, we do two things with that. The first one is distortion. This is where this discussion is coming up. The distortion is all about my assumptions of whatever I want to interpret with those 5 to 7 thoughts which I'm filtering out from that 2 million thoughts every minute, every second. And here the author is suggesting that whatever meaning you're making out of it, just do a double check. एक बार check करके देख लो कि if your meaning that you're making out of it actually holds or not. So that's what is simple. And then what happens that the next stage of communication is generalizing things. So there are three parts: delete, distort, and generalize. That is exactly what we do with every information that comes our way. So after distortion comes the generalization part, where like as even right now, so I'm using the word we. So I'm generalizing it that this is exactly how all of us think. That may not be true. However, this we is that area where the author is saying that don't trust whatever you think. You know, So instead of saying we, if I use I, only I will be more focused on whatever my thoughts are dominating at that point of time. So that is the opportunity for us to uh, think straight here, है ना? कि वी से आप मी पे आ जाओ, है ना? देखो कि आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है, and do not connect it with anybody else's belief or else's model of the world, है ना? उसको generalize मत करो, don't generalize it with we. So that is the first step towards checking the facts and the checking with the assumptions. So most of the times we is a domain of assumption, which you and I don't notice, or let me say that at least I don't notice. I don't know about you. So, so just catch yourself that in where I'm using the word we and where I'm using the word me. So that is at least one step towards that fact finding. Yes, Mangala ma'am.
Yeah, I have one. After listening to all of you, and each one of your thoughts has a solid base, I do respect. But I have a small question. So ultimately, what is reality? Okay, and no matter what happens, good, bad, I have one perspective. Pinaki sir has another perspective. Shilpa has another perspective. Pravina has another perspective. Fine, I respect each one. But then for me to understand what exactly is then reality and how do I find out? Because unless I know the real concrete facts of no matter which situation or which event, I may not be able to change my perspective, which today is partly or wrongly or partially with there. So to get the full reality, how do I look at it? This is my next question.
Okay, so let me
I
introduce
wanted to
you.
say something.
Yes, Hardi.
We think based on our based on our information that get, and sometimes we forget some information that already we have get, and so for the right thinking and right decision, we have to gather all the information and verify it.
So true. So true. Absolutely. So let me introduce to you to a new concept, new science. This new science, it's not new, but maybe it's new for many of you. This new science is called phenomenology. So you have,
Phenomenology.
yes,
Okay.
phenomenology. Okay. So phenomenology says that even after all the discussions, whatever you believe is true for yourself.
Sorry, can you repeat that, please?
After all the discussions on any topic, whatever you believe is true for yourself and is real for yourself. So, like, say you wanted, for example, say आपने मेरे को पूछा कि पिना कि what is your interpretation on this? This is my question. So whatever I say and whatever you mean out or meaning you make out of that interpretation is again your reality. So I may be saying something, but that is according to me is real. Whatever you are listening to it and interpreting to it is according to you is real. Like even right now, whatever I am saying is real to me. मुझे लगता है कि यही रियल है. अब
Yes,
आपको ये रियल है कि नहीं वो डिपेंड करता है कि आप उसको कितना रियल महसूस कर रही हो. That is what phenomenology is all about.
yes. So that means I stick to my thoughts only, and I end up. Is it that I'm asking? Is it that I never know what the totality or reality or event in all its dimensions? I listen to others. I accept their thoughts. I respect them. But ultimately, I am based or belief and behavior, action is based on my perspective. So again, I have a limited belief. I end up by never knowing reality unless I have a broad mind where I can accept what Pinaki sir says, what Rajkumar sir says. So mind, so our human beings, we continue being small, like a tunnel, we think only of what we can see. I am asking.
Ma'am, every question that you're asking or every statement that you're making is according to your belief, and you think this is real. Even if you think that I'm not clear about it, is also real for you. When you
Okay.
agree and when you don't agree, when that is also real for you. You agree because you think this is real, and when you do not agree, you think that is real.
Mhm.
So whatever your perception is all about anything is real for you. तभी तो अभी जो आपने डिस्कस किया वो भी आपके लिए रियल ही है ना. आपको लगता है कि ऐसा ही है. So now I'm seeking clarity. I just want to take a confirmation. So maybe now if you go for a voting, say five of us say vote in your favor and six are not. Now you're stuck. कि भाई मैं किसको बिलीव करूं. But if it is 3 and 10, then you will say अच्छा चलो 10 लोग तो ऐसे ही मान रहे हैं, चलो उसी को मान लेते हैं. कम से कम 10 लोग तो मान रहे हैं. Now, it is a question that you are asking yourself whether I'm on the 10 side or on the 3 side as far as my opinion is concerned, as far as my voting is concerned. मेरा वोट हो सकता है उस तीन में है, तीन की तरफ है, but I discovered that 10 people are talking about something else. They believe something else. So probably that is the right belief, and probably I have the wrong belief, and even that is also right for you. That is also real for you. That you have the wrong belief or you have the right belief is also real for you.
My
So
wrong is still right for me.
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes,
My
ma'am.
wrong is still right for me.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, because you are right about it, and that is real for
It's very disturbing, all these things.
So,
you.
what you said, Pinaki, we can, like, for example, if the fact comes that, intermittent fasting is good for health. If we take, let's take this example. It's like called as intermittent fasting is good for health, right? So I will not believe this sentence as it is, but what I will do is let me try it, right? So if I tried an intermittent fasting and it is giving a wonderful results on my health, then it become true to myself, because I took that thing and I just applied on myself, and when I did it for a long period of time and it was giving a massive result, I came to the conclusion that, so I have not believed blindly. I applied it on myself and then I said yes. So this could be one of the thing where you can do your self analyzation or self realization, and you think that this fact is, no matter the scientist might have given the evidences, but what is true to myself, what you are saying, right? Okay.
Yes. In fact, I can also give one more dimension to this. The word intermittent. That can be 15 hours, that can be 5 hours, depending upon what is real for you as intermittent is concerned. कोई बोलेगा अरे नहीं नहीं 15 घंटे की जरूरत नहीं है, मैंने तो 8 घंटा करके देखा, इट वर्क्स मैजिक. नाउ यू आर इन अ डिफरेंट डोमेन ऑल टुगेदर. अब मैं 15 घंटा करूँ, 8 घंटा करूँ.
नहीं, उस पे भी साइंस का फैक्ट है. देर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज ऑटोफेजी. सो ऑटोफेजी सेज दैट इफ यू फिनिश योर मील, से फॉर एग्जाम्पल 5 p.m. in the evening, next morning 5 complete your 12th hour, right? So at the 13th hour the body will start healing. Then at the 14th hour, I've just written somewhere. So at the 13th hour, the body will become productive. 14th hour, will body will start healing, and at the 15th hour, the body will start killing the disease cell. So, after doing that complete 15-hour window, on the 16th hour, you will feel super active, you will feel super energetic, and whatever the pains in your body will start diminishing it. तो वो जो इंटरमिटेंट 5 आवर वो बोल रहे हो आप, वो है लंच और डिनर के बीच का गैप. और डिनर और नेक्स्ट डे का मील है, उसको बोलते हैं द कंप्लीट इंटरमिटेंट साइकिल. So the lunch or dinner का बीच का 5 hours is a small, that is a small window, and that is a 15th hour is a long window. So that the scientists came forward with this concept of autophagy, and exactly after 15th hour you will find the result. तो 12th hour में you feel, so for the beginners they start with a 8 hour window, then 12 hour window, then 13, फिर 14, फिर कितना extend कर सकते हो, फिर 15. Now you may extend to 17 hour, that is up to you. But body अपना internally, when we see the science and the scientists have done all those experiments, so every hour, minute by minute, they have calculated it. Now then we say, okay, the scientists are also human being, they can make error. So then you apply it on yourself and see what is true for yourself. That's the word I catch from you, that you apply and see what is true for yourself, then that becomes your reality.
Yeah, so
Yes,
these
Sumita,
Depend on
everybody
the
has
same
their
page.
own
mm,
Yeah.
metabolism. Na? Everybody's body is behaving in their own.
Absolutely. Those who have a diabetic, they
Yeah.
cannot, you cannot tell them or expect them to do a 15 hours because they feel hungry at a frequent intervals of the time. So I'm taking a generalized, a
Yes.
scientist came to this conclusion and they are backed by the facts and the reports. Then we apply it on ourselves. For somebody else also applied it. For example, a diabetic person applied it and said, no, 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 it doesn't work for me.
Yes.
तो
Yes.
आपका पिता दोष वाता दोष ये भी आयुर्वेदिक factors है. So yeah, it is, but for a normal human being, we can say, without having any dosha or without having any disease, you I applied it and it is my personal experience. So I will talk from the basis on my personal experience, and it may not true for you. So that's what Pinaki says, that what is reality in itself is you apply on yourself and you see.
Yes. Only
And
after
there is no
application.
perfect decision at all. There's no perfect thing at all. We learn, we fail, we tweak, and we move forward.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I think life is made up of three X's. Yesterday was experience, today is experiment, and tomorrow is expectation. So that sums up all my life, I think, with three EX. X, X for experience of yesterday, today it is experiment, and tomorrow is expectation. So your
Wonderful.
experience in your experiment is to achieve your expectation. That's what life is, I think.
good.
Correct.
Yeah, and that's according to your realities. That's
And the questions raised in this chapter will find the answer in the next chapter.
exactly. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just who would like to read? So here we go. True versus untrue.
Yeah, I will read.
Yes, please go ahead.
True versus untrue. In the previous chapter, we talked about looking at facts. But are facts also the truth? The answer is no. Confusing, right? It's just like life. For example, does God exist? I don't know. I have never seen any evidence. Does that mean God is not real? It doesn't matter what I think. If God has an impact on the way you live, it's true for you no matter what scientists say. Friedrich, the German philosopher who had a profound impact on Western philosophy, famously said, there are no facts, only interpretations. Nietzsche she was the man of true self knowledge. Sigmund Freud even said that he had a more penetrating knowledge of himself than any other man who even lived or was ever likely to live. He was a very analytical thinker, and especially when it comes to his own thoughts. When when Nitz said that there are no facts, he meant that we, as human beings, ultimately rely on our interpretation of reality. There is no way to confirm reality objectively. That doesn't mean nothing is real and that we are all living in a big dream. We just have to realize that facts are not the same thing as the truth. The simple thought saves you a lot of energy because it means no one can be right or wrong. Don't bother with convincing people with different opinion of the truth. It's just not a practical thing to do. Save your energy for other more useful things.
So that's it.
Yes. He's shaking us, you know that. This author is not making us reflect. I think it's beautifully put, but he's really shaking you out.
That's what thinking state is all about. Great. So true versus untrue. even it's very true that even जिसको हम fact बोल रहे हैं वो as per the data that I got collected from the sample which I chose. So the sample which I chose वो उसके हिसाब से जो भी डेटा मुझे मिल रहा है, if I accept that this data is correct data and मेरा जो interpretation है वो बिल्कुल correct है, that may not hold true when I take the data from a different sample from some other parts of the world. है ना, सेम ह्यूमन बींग्स ही तो हैं, बट ह्यूमन बींग्स आर नॉट डिजाइन द सेम वे इंटरनली. ऑर्गन सेम हो सकते हैं बट बायोलॉजिकली और फिजियोलॉजिकली they are not the same worldwide. So some results which holds true for say people who are in South India may not hold true for people who are in North India. इतना सा फर्क यहीं पे हो जाता है. People who are staying in the hills or people who are staying near the seashores, they don't have the same kind of physiology or biological traits. अगर हम बायोलॉजी की ही बात करें सर, so then there are a lot of thoughts, a lot of research which has gone into findings that what kind of foods can give you certain edge. And then there are a lot of research which were done on those foods, and they have been discovered that probably because of these chemicals, these things matter. So facts are only repetition of something which happened in, I would say, at least in my case, that in my life, it was that a particular particular thing which was repeated many times, which gave me this uh, assumption again that this is true. Because सब तो ऐसा ही है, like all the roads leading to the same destination, whether I go by cycle or whether I go by a rocket. If I'm reaching the same point, the destination is same, the routes are different for me. So, and that way I believe that this is true. है ना, तो हमारे NLP में जो beliefs of excellence है, वहाँ पे एक बहुत interesting belief of excellence है, which says that map is not the territory. So territorial experience is different, and when you're looking at in the map, you really do not know कि वहाँ पे पहाड़ है या कितना ऊंचा पहाड़ है, रास्ते हैं तो कैसे रास्ते हैं, और are the roads are clean or the roads are bumpy. That you can experience only when you travel in that zone. So this chapter on true and untrue is all about that, according to me, according to my understanding, that map is not the territory. है ना? So just go out, check what data you get, and then connect the dots with the data to come to the conclusion that you had previously, or if you want to make a difference over there. That's my way of looking at it. So who would like to add to this? We have Shivani with us. We have Sakshi with us. Why don't you add your thoughts on this?
So a map can guide us, but ultimately we have to take the road. So map and roads are not always the same. Is that what he's trying to tell us?
What else it could be? This is what he's suggesting. That ask yourself, what else it could be if it is not this? In many of my coaching sessions, I just ask this question to my learners. If it is not this, if you think this is not it, then what else it could be? Because whatever else it could be according to you is also according to your own reality. So you are challenging your own true, you are challenging your own untrue. Yes, Sakshi, please add
Yes,
to
Pinaki ji,
this.
I completely agree with you. And I would like to add one example of mine in this matter. Because from last 40 years, I was searching that what is the real pleasure I am seeking for. Earlier, I was getting interest in painting, drawing, and many other activities. But it took me a lot of time, to recognize this fact that the thing I was searching for was musical instrument. I was getting interest in different kind of musics. I was getting interest in reading also when I joined FELD group. But the fact behind those all, I found that I was finding anand, pleasure, in every activity. But in each and every activity, when I was applying, I was leaving it at a certain time. And I was not able to continue that activity because that was not the true activity I was finding. I was searching. And when I found flute and I started flute playing, before that I was able to play other instruments also, but at a certain point I reached there and I left there, not because I was not having passion or I was not practicing, but at a certain point I left that. Then I started asking, what is that that will seek continue pleasure, and what is that I can continuously do without any hamper or without any अनइंटरेस्टेड, वो पीक आ जाता है जो जिसमें नहीं आएगा वो. तो when I started playing flute, then I realized that this was the thing I was searching for. So continuously asking question repeatedly and doing experiments and again finding something new, repeating, experimenting, then realizing. So every time when I started learning other instrument, I was thinking that this is the truth for me. Yes, I was searching for this. Then again I started, but later on I found out that only yoga and meditation plus some instrument, some music that will connect me and help me to connect the spiritual path. My true finding was that anyhow, whether through music, whether through reading, why I am doing all this every time means when people discuss on this platform also, I generally listen everyone, and I see their thoughts. Then I realize that yes,
Inaudible?
Not
No, no.
Sakshi, we are unable to hear you. Okay, Shilpa, go ahead. Then we'll catch up with Sakshi later.
it helps a
um,
lot. It helps a lot.
Sakshi, we missed you for last 30 seconds.
I was saying that continuously asking the repeatedly asking that question, what is that? Who am I? What I am finding? It helps a lot to clear our perception also, and to choose the right things for us.
Wonderful. Yes, Shilpa.
To continue with what Sakshi said, I go to the Yoga Sutras, which talk about thought fluctuations, which affect all of us. And I would also like to take this opportunity because the author has gone and talked about Friedrich, it's not Friedrich, it's Friedrich Nietzsche, and he has a very different view in the sense that I've read his philosophy, so I'm talking from that point of view. Uh, he thought were symptoms of our underlying physiological and emotional state. And this should be critically examined instead of accepting as an objective or even subjective truth. And um, the true strength and creativity um, comes from not sterile and abstract rationality and logical thinking, but from embracing the messy, chaotic, uh, chaotic thinking or our drive. and then can be used to affirm life. I'm sorry, I was translating it from German to English in my head. And what I liked about his introduction is he said that if you want to have great thoughts, you have to move, physically move. And he believed physical activity was essential for profound thinking. So, all truly great thoughts are conceived by walking. And also, my understanding about this is when you are in a state, an emotional state, either happiness or depression or whatever, the extremes, or not even the extremes, I really take just wear your shoes and start walking, and the emotional state changes. So there's a lot of truth in this. Yeah. And one more thing is, says thinking is healthy when it serves the enhancement and growth of life. So you have to, when the thought comes, you have to check if it is enhancing or not. If it doesn't, then he calls it a disease. And disease of the soul, which can lead to a paralyzing or um, a paralyzing action. Thank you.
Good. Fantastic. Okay, let's move to the next chapter. It was very interesting. You know, you can easily connect the dots with whatever we are discussing. So, who would like to read? श्वेता, आप read करोगे?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Take your time to think. I used to think that smart people are fast thinkers. He thinks on his feet. He's really smart. I tried it for many years. Every time I faced a problem, discussion, or when someone asked me a question, I thought, quick, quick, quick. Naturally, my first answers sucked. Derek Sivers, one of my favorite thinkers, says he is a slow thinker. It's a common belief that your first reaction is the most honest, but I disagree. Your first reaction is usually outdated. Either it's an answer you came up with long ago and now you use instead of thinking, or it's a triggering, a knee jerk emotional response to something that happened long ago. Thinking things through takes time. Every time I gave a quick answer, I wasn't thinking at all. I was impulsive. Derek Sivers trained himself not to trust his first thoughts. That's also what he did when his email consumed too much of his time and attention. Being a public figure, Derek received a lot of emails from his readers. Most of them contained quick 5-minute questions. But as he says, if you get 100 of those questions, that's add up to 8 hours in a day. After answering 1,000 1,92,000 emails between 2008 and 2016, Derek knew he needed to do something about it. So he planned to go off the grid like a modern day Henry David Thoreau. I was going to go hardcore, shut off all email and social media, and make myself unreachable to all but a few close friends and colleagues. It felt like the only solution. That was his first thought. But then I realized I could remain reachable as long as I don't answer, is what Derek writes on his blog. I'm glad he didn't act on his first idea. His second idea is much better. I have emailed Derek myself in the past, and I think what he does makes a big impact on people's life. What I am trying to say is that when someone asks you a question, it's okay to say, I don't know. You can also say that to yourself. I have often been too hard on myself because I didn't have an instant answer to my personal problems. That doesn't make you dumb. It makes you human. Why are we even afraid that people think we are stupid? It's a perfect example of slow thinking. Instead of following your instinct of, I'll prove them, you can take a step back and ask yourself, why do I even want to come across as smart? If you really think about it, it doesn't matter what others think of you. I think it's always better to take your time to think. If others think that makes you stupid, they are the ones who are.
Last line बड़ी wonderful है.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, it doesn't matter what others think of you. I think it is always better to take your time to think. If, if others think that makes you stupid, they are the one who are. Really nice. Nice.
Yeah, so I would like to add my point. I actually started implementing this. So this also brought me time to think and get me more clarity in taking actions is what I felt. So yeah, we should obviously take time to think and not act on the first decision. It will be surely, uh, from my experience, it is the one where, uh, like I felt it would have been better if I had not done a quick decision, taken any quick decision earlier is what I felt. So as I started taking decisions in a over a period of time, it is really helping me to be more calmer, and it's also not giving me anything like, oh, I have to, as he told, quick, quick, quick. That rush is not there, is what I felt. Thank you.
Yeah, wow. Who would like to add to this?
Like what in emotional coaching we says is our vulnerability is a superpower. So if you have a courage enough to be vulnerable, that is a superpower, and that is what it is saying, that if you don't know something, don't be instant in saying that I know everything, or take your own time, purchase your time, even when it comes to emotion, purchase your time and then respond after a while. So that is my biggest takeaway. That is, our vulnerability is a superpower.
And to find out it, I would like to add that think how many times it feels or you judge like that that previous decision was a a kind of full kind of decision. And most of the time if it happens that later on you think why I did think too much or why I did behave in that way. And if it happens every now and then the last line is very much connected with it. Means take a pause and then respond, not react. Maximum situations happens due to our reaction because we don't take time to think and respond. Every time we react, and later on we discover that how foolish this decision was, or how foolish this it did not wanted this much energy I wasted on this act. So if it happens every now and then this chapter is very useful. That first thing, and if it is essential, then only give the reaction or the response. Otherwise, maximum times the situations occur because we give response. Otherwise, if we deeply think, there is no need to give too much response to everything.
Yeah, could I add? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
Rekha,
Rekha
you
ji,
are.
you are
Okay.
audible.
Okay. According to Adlerian psychology, every human being is thinking, feeling, and deciding. And to reach, बोलते हैं ना कि सोच समझ के बोलो. That is thinking, feeling, deciding. And to reach to reach that level, we need to ask relevant questions to ourselves. To myself, I ask relevant question to myself. Then I so that I could think, feel and decide. Not just deciding factor. वो है ना quick वाला. That is about deciding only, not thinking and feeling. We need to think first, then feel, then decide. Means we need to pause before uh, thinking right.
So,
Not
Rekha, as Shilpa said, our thoughts create a feeling. So, make sure that your thoughts are enriching rather than your thoughts are delineating. That is disconnecting from the other people. So, think, feel, decide को blindly मत follow करो. वो think जो भी thoughts आ रहे हैं उस पे reflect करो. So,
yes.
more than going from directly from thinking to feeling, there's a word called as reflection. So, you have to reflect it. So reflect on it whether your thoughts will help you to enrich your life or it is making a boat sail towards your goal or your destination. If your goal or destination is to develop a connection with the other people, then you just process accordingly, right?
Yes. And we need to ask relevant question to ourselves again for that reflection,
Yes.
so that we could reach right decision.
Yeah.
Thank you, Somita, for adding.
Yeah.
Thank you. Carry on.
Who would like to add to this? Pranavi, Sumita ma'am.
I think they have to take a sadhana which will strengthen this particular area, that is giving a pause every day. Then you will know the real pause of it and you will work in an authentic way. It will not just happen with one situation or the other. You need to take a certain time, work on it, sit, meditate, think, and this has to be done at a particular time, and it has to be regularized actually. Then you will get the real pause of it. That's what I have realized. Thank you.
Very true, very true. In fact, Sumita ma'am can take a whole day session on this one topic. Sumita ma'am, let's hear from you.
That's what I was going to say. It should not be we should take sadhana. Now, like when we are having this session at this moment also, if we are listening to it very carefully, it is like a sadhana only. And then only we can implement whatever suits us at that moment, whatever is suiting me, like सोच समझ के बात करो. There are so many things, everybody said it very nicely. एंड अगर ये सेशन का जो 1 घंटा है इसको ही हम इम्प्लीमेंट करते जाएं तो ये किताब की जो सही क्रक्स है वो हमारी लाइफ में उतरना शुरू हो जाएगा.
True. I completely agree. Every activity is sadhana if you take it like that only.
यस, तो उसके लिए हमें कोशिश तो करनी ही है, लेकिन अगर इसी के साथ हम प्रैक्टिकल करते जाए ना तो बहुत फर्क पड़ जाएगा. थैंक यू.
Again, the essence is सोच समझ के बोलो.
एक्चुअली एक और बात क्या है, हम जो भी बोल देते हैं या कहते हैं या सुनते हैं, वी क्लिंग टू इट. लेट गो इज द राइट वर्ड. जो उस समय हो गया छोड़ दो उसको. डोंट क्लिंग टू इट. व्हेन यू क्लिंग टू इट देन ओनली द होल प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट्स. कि हम उसको छोड़ना ही नहीं चाहते, वो मेरा ओपिनियन हो जाता है, हम उसके लिए बायस हो जाते हैं. यही अच्छा है, जो है जिसके लिए जो अच्छा है उसको करने दो, बाकी का छोड़ दो. लेट गो इज द बेस्ट वर्ड according to me, maybe not for others.
Yes, Shilpa.
So, Medhaji, it's been a long time that I've talked to you, but it's nice to hear your voice. Last week also I heard you, and
Yes.
I totally agree with you. And at the same, after reading this book, and not only this book, but especially after reading the Yoga Sutras, I asked myself whenever I wanted to, most of the time, okay, not all the time, must be honest. I asked myself when I'm in a group, what is the necessity that I have to share what I think? And when I found an answer to it, sometimes then you do not need to talk, you just need to listen. And now going back to the book, um, since I've read the book, I I also wanted to find out why this author talks about he names philosophers, and now he has in this chapter he has talked about Derek Sivers. So I looked up what Derek Sivers did, and I think it's to go deeper into what he says, trying to understand what Darius says. Uh, that so Derek Sivers, he is a TED, and he's a CEO, TED talker, and CEO, and he has done many other things. And he's talking about unconventional strategies for finding meaning in life, and also about critical thinking and etc. etc. But again, it comes up to the same thing. What is the same thing? That we have to focus on the present fundamentals. We have to question beliefs and understand the difference between useful and true. And I spent time thinking about useful and true. Those are two words which we all know. And then I said, what is useful to me? What is useful to others? What is true? And true in what sense? What sense is true? So, all, if you read about Derek, he's also written a book about how to live life. And there are some 10 points to it. So I'll just suggest anybody can Google and find out. Easy ones. So to keep you happy. Thank you.
Yes, and that book is based on a science called ontology,
Right.
the science of being. Everyone must read that book. बहुत सुंदर किताब है. I was really thinking about putting it in one of our Sunday sessions. चलो देखते हैं आगे. It's a very good book. Yes, yeah, Ankita, I wanted to add something. Please go ahead. Uh, कोशिश करो
Yes.
देखते सुन पाते हैं कि नहीं.
Audible now?
You must be traveling. That's why we are unable to hear you properly.
Hello. So am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Okay. So based on the thing we, I personally feel one of my mentors told me that I have talk to listen, not to speak. So giving that as an example, even I feel that the more the more we pause and we think, and somebody will ask us, I was the person who responds immediately to whatever the without even thinking for a moment and then regret. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, okay, I am the I am like this way. So instead of going into that mode, these days I'm practicing this very deliberately thing, giving a pause before speaking and reflecting. And also I realize that there are some things which cannot be retraced, like the words what we speak. We cannot take back our words no matter what happens. And even the life goes on, like when I become too adult, then I become old. Can I reverse that? No. So same thing. instead of regretting later, better to think first, and then words are also the same way. So it's all the game of words, and then after that, after speaking, we cannot say that I shouldn't have spoken. It will make no value. So this is how I realized the power of thinking and then reflecting and then speaking, and it helped me a lot. And even my relationship with others have improved a lot only just because of this one uh, action. This I wanted to share. And also, I started enjoying this because I wanted to truly experience life before it melts. So, through words, I have started experiencing life in a different way by ref- reflecting on the self and becoming very, very conscious on this part. Yeah, so this is what I wanted to share. Thank you, sir.
Beautifully summarized and connected, Ankita. Beautiful. Yes, anybody would like to add to this? Manish, Shivani?
I just want to add to what Ankita says, and I want to ask Ankita, um, the space between the words, the space between the words, focus on that. It gives you a lot more insight.
Yes.
Experiment with it. Thank you.
And I used to think like I'm only correct, but no. When you listen to others, we feel okay, there's so much more to it. That that reflection I got when I started thinking.
Brilliant. Yes, anybody would like to add to this? Particularly Shivani, Manish, you haven't spoken yet. Okay, so let me leave you with two statements, two thoughts. Just practice it over the week and come back next Sunday and then share your experience. The first one is think slow, think less, think smart. This is the first one. Think slow, think less, think smart. And the second one is talk slow, talk less, talk smart. Or speak slow, speak less, speak smart. So speak will come later. Start with the listening part, thinking part. Just practice karo ek hafta and come back and then share your experience. Okay, so that's all from my side. Anybody would like to add to this?
So you said think slow, think less, and think smart. Do
Hmm.
we think less or do we think more so that we get a better perspective?
I will just leave you with this. Now it is according to your reality. Whatever is real for you, whatever you think is true, whatever you think is, uh, let me take it a shot, let me give
No,
it a
no,
shot.
no. I'm asking when you tell us to think less, I'm trying to ask, should we think less or should we think more?
As you wish.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah, I want to add, Pinaki, like when we talk about think less or think more, the point is we should think and complete that thinking in a within a time frame. Because what happen is, if we don't complete our thinking, don't decide on something, our doubt, our fear, or they start increasing. Because our mindset work on a certain pattern that if you don't think and decide in a specific time, then you work against your mind basically. So like think within a whatever, think less or more, but think within a decided time frame. That okay, if I need to decide something today, I need to think over it today within 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever. I have to do my best and just take action, whatever best that I can think of. Because when we take action, then only we realize whether the thinking was right or not, like wrong actually. So I think action has a lot of power over our thinking. So think and act within a time frame, because every day is a piece of life that we are losing. So I think we should think and act within a predefined time frame. and don't think too much, because when we start taking action, our direction gets right. We know what is right for us and what is not right, and we decide and then only we come to know that what is best for us. So think within a time frame and take action also within a time frame. Don't think too much. Time will take care of it. So that's what I think. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Mani. You always bring this new twist to the conversation, and I always enjoy it every time. Great, buddy. Thank you so much, and let's close the session. And let's join next Sunday with all our experiences of practicing these one beautiful thoughts by Dario Foru and make your life amazing.
Thank you all. Thank you.